Hi, I'm Mary.
And I'm Sharon.
And we're part of the Kakista community
With a K.
Okay, so what we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about all about tinctures, all right? And I am so curious, Sharon, what a tincture is. So please explain to the newbie what tinctures are.
Okay, so we're going to learn all about tinctures today. So a tincture is an actual alcohol extracted method of getting all the medicinal properties out of plants. And I want to kind of explain step by step the difference, and then we'll talk about tinctures. If you take a plant, grind it up, throw it into a capsule, you're going to get the plant, you're going to get all of the roughage of the plant plus the medicinal properties into a little capsule. If you put it into a tea, again, you're going to extract a little more of the medicinal properties out of it and then throw away a lot of the bulk of the plant. There's what's called a decoction, big word, and it's a boiling technique at a certain temperature that pulls out even more of the medicinal properties of the plants. Now this takes us to a tincture. A tincture is when you have a formula ratio to alcohol, you put it into a alcohol extraction, and what this does is it chemically changes and pulls everything out of the plant, everything, the chlorophyll, the color. In fact, when you're done, you see this translucent part of the plant that's left over, and that's just the carcass of the plant, and then you filter that out and you have everything that you want in a tincture. Now, some people say to me, well, what's the difference between a tincture and essential oils? Okay, let's go to that next step. To get essential oil, you're going to put a bunch of plants into a vat, and it's going to circulate up and distill out and pull out the very most concentrated oils of the plants. So there are two different kind of animals. So why use tinctures? Okay, well, the reason you use tinctures is because this is the very best way to get the most medicinal properties in a dosage, because you can either raise it or you can lower it depending on each person's need.
Okay, what do you mean by that, each person's need?
Okay, so your body's going to react different than my body's going to react. And so if you need more, you can add more. It's a level of way to add more. And if you need less, you can actually take less. It's a really great way to regulate the dosage of the plant.
Okay, so how do you find that out? Is it maybe a man who weighs 215 pounds is going to need more than a woman who weighs 140 pounds?
Not necessarily. We have a recommended dosage on all of our products that we found is a really good average for adults, children. But what I found is that if it's too strong for you, you can lighten it back up, or you can start at a lower dose and increase it as you go. Because some of them will say even increase as your tolerance increases. If you can handle it, take more at a certain time. So this is a really, again, a good way to regulate how you take your dosage.
What do you mean by tolerate? Do you mean, because on this one, this actually says take 3 to 10 drops 3 to 5 times daily or more. So do you mean your tolerance, you think it's working, or maybe does it make you sick, or what do you mean by that?
Again, each person has different body chemistry balances,
okay,
and you can have a different reaction. And again, generally speaking, it's going to be general. Here's the dosage, you can take it, and you're going to get the effect that you want from it. Occasionally, we have some plants that some people have a lower tolerance for it. So you can lower it down just a little bit and still get the same effect. Or you can increase it a little bit. We have skullcap, for example. You can take a smaller dose and it takes care of a headache. You have a bigger dose and it takes care of a harder headache. And then if you take even the biggest dose, it's going to make you sleepy. So again, you can regulate how much you're taking with this.
Okay, so now that makes sense. Okay, so the only one, from my understanding, that could possibly give you a rash is the one I'm holding in my hand.
Lomation.
Okay, which
LDM.
The name is LDM,
yes,
which is a natural antibiotic.
Yes.
That's the only one. All the other ones, they're not going
Generally
to give you a rash.
speaking, very safe, and
Okay.
all of them, even LDM, you're going to get a harmless rash.
Not always, just 1 in 200, correct?
1 in 200 people.
Okay. So, are you gonna show us how to
Okay,
demonstrate it?
so that's another question we get about our tinctures. How do you take them?
Yeah.
And so again, they're all labeled with dosage on it. And sometimes I say a full dropper full, and people will take a full dropper full and it's half full. Well, that's actually a full dropper full. Okay. So when you take a tincture, if you squeeze the dropper and you get half of a dropper full, that's actually a full dropper full. So technically 40 drops is a full dropper full. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna, let's just put it right in. And what I like to do is add juice to it. And I do two things, add juice, take it, and do a chaser. So we're gonna let you do that.
We don't have any shot glasses, but I will do this. So when you put in that half dropper, that's the 3 to.
Yes.
Oh, this one says 50 drops a day. Okay, here we go.
There you go.
Wow.
Down the hatch.
Down the hatch.
I'm Sharon.
This is Mary, and we're part of.
Now we know about tinctures.
Now we know all about tinctures and how to take them. So signing off from the Kikista family community.